Hello, welcome back. This is Jeff Byers, and this is Andy 245. We're on our last stage. Basically, we're going to add some overlapping animation, overlapping and follow through animation on this, onto the feet, and anything else you can think of. And there's no arms, there's no upper chest or head, so we're going to add some overlapping animation to the feet. So let's go ahead and get started on that. This is what we got so far. And we've got squish and stretch, we've got weight, we've got up and down motion, and we can look at extremes in just a little bit, just see what we can do. But right now we're going to focus on the feet. And the feet will have the same type of animation as far as the squish and stretch overlapping animation, with making sure that we offset the keyframes. So overlapping has a lot to do with offset keyframes, so we're going to talk about that in just a little bit here. So you can see the offset of the squish and stretch. The same thing is with overlapping and follow through animation. You got the main key poses. It reacts to gravity, it reacts to going down, and so you can't anticipate overlapping and follow through animation. So we just need to kind of mess with it to see how that works. So if we've got the lead foot coming down, okay, we're going to start with this foot over here. So I've got this foot planted, okay, it comes up, and it needs to, the force of it's not gravity, maybe not so much gravity, but it's the force of the air pushing it, okay? So we can add some of that in here. So here's our keyframe with that, and then we want to maybe go up to 6, okay? And let's try this. So foot roll, let's try that, can go back like that, and that's going to give us a nice fluid motion. Let's give that a try. So there we go. Okay, maybe not start there. Maybe the foot roll. Let's see what I got on the foot roll right here. Toe roll is there. And I want to probably keep that toe roll in that position for a little while, right? Yeah. So to probably 3, that toe roll should be the same. So I'm going to take this toe roll and see if I can do this. Copy that. Copy and paste. Okay. Toe roll is the same. There we go. The problem is I can't do that because it stopped this rotation, and I can't do that. So I'm gonna have to go delete that. I'm gonna have to add that toe roll. So I'm going to have to take that toe roll here, go to frame 2, and bring that toe roll back. So if I had a negative 28, and if I want negative 28 here, I'm going to have to add a 2 on that. 28. Okay, whoops. Not 88, that'd be crazy. 28. And let's zero that out. So let's just do 27. It moves a little bit, that's okay. 27, there we go. So on that toe roll, okay. That looks better. Yeah, that looks good. going through the floor a little bit, you know? But I didn't animate that part, so it's moving. So that looks pretty good. So I could probably take this key and let's just play with it a little bit because it's kind of going through the floor, isn't it? Yeah, I got to be careful with that. Yeah, that's not good. So let's do this. Let's go back, Control Z. All right, so let's go to frame 3 or maybe even 4. Because we're very close to what we want. Maybe 3 would work. Let's do, what did I say, 27? That would be negative 28. So it'd be negative 27. There we go. And I probably can go a little bit less than that. Let's go 20. How about just 20? There we go. So we got a little bit in there. All right. So it's still moving. There we go. And that way I'm not going through the ground too much. And maybe I can lighten up on that toe roll here. So it's not so much there. So there we go. That looks good. You can see that's working. Just got to work this stuff out. Here we go. So that looks good. Not going through the ground. And then it's going to flip up after we're down here. Flips up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try that. Toe roll. Flipping up. Like that. See what that looks like. Okay. Looks pretty good. All right, so let's go to the front side view or the front view and take a look at that. So there it goes up. We're just looking at this one right here. Let's give it some more fluidity. Okay, now we got to be careful with this. We get the keyframes here. I want to bring that up just a little bit more because it's touching the ground. That's okay. Okay, so here we go. Good. Let's play it. Yeah, I like that. This adds a lot. It's not so, it's more organic feeling with the foot. Let's do the same thing with the other foot. Okay, so now I've got those fine. So I'm gonna go ahead, once it hits right here, 1, 2, this is where I want it to go up on this. So I'm going to, nope, toe roll up like that. And at frame 15, I'm going to take that key frame out. There we go. So it flips up then. There, that looks better. It's offset just enough. There we go. So it's like it's overlapping then, so that it does have to have a offset of 2 frames on frame 14 on this one right here. And I'm probably going to push that a little bit more to probably 30, negative 30. There we go. So we get a nice flap up. There we go. That's better. So 2 frames offset on that. Okay, now this is the tricky part. So 2 frames offset on this would be 1, 2 on this one. Okay. So there's our toll roll. That would be negative 30 on that. Okay, perfect. So there's my offset on that. So it hits. So basically 24 and 0 are the same. So I'm going to go keyframe forward. 1, 2. There we go. Much better. Excellent. So that offset has to be there. Otherwise, if I anticipate that, it looked weird. Now this looks right. That looks correct. A lot more fluid. You just got to go through it and make sure you're just paying attention. And I did it both ways. You can see why the other one didn't work. Now this one works, and I'm happy with it. So let's go ahead and play it and get in here. There we go, much better. I'm not anticipating it hitting the ground. Okay. Much more fluid and looks more comfortable. And when I rotate around it, you can really see that it looks really good. All right. Other things for polishing. It looks good. I'm happy with that. And we've got a nice hits the ground, flips up, hits the ground, flips up. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. Offsetting is working good. Follow through, overlapping animation looks good. Squash and stretch looks good. We got rotational. Everything looks good. All right, so polish. You just want to make sure everything looks smooth, and you don't know that until you turn off all the controllers. So I'm going to turn off the controllers so I can take a look. I'm even going to turn off the grid, show a viewport grid, turn the grid off. That's kind of a pain. And now I'm just going to really watch this over and over again, rotating around, making sure that looks good. Looks really good. Whoops, what happened there? Oh, my background got in the way. Kind of looking at it in different viewports or different view positions. Very nice. Looks good. So I need a couple play blasts of this. So we'll go ahead and do the play blast. I'm very happy with this. There's some other things I could probably do, but I think that's good. I think, you know, I mean, part of me is going, well, a person never walks that way. Their feet are perfectly straight. So that would be like a ball twist on here. So when you are walking, you probably would put your foot out. Let me show you what I mean. So let me get my controllers back again real quick. So what that means is that the heel twist like this would be a good thing to do, okay, throughout the animation. So the heel twist is really important on this because he's coming down. Okay, so that heel twist would probably have to be throughout the animation, having that posed properly, the heel twist. Right now I'm just going to leave it as is, but that would make it look a lot more correct, and maybe moving this out a little bit. Okay, depending on what you're doing here. Yeah, you can see why you need to move these things out a little bit more. There we go. So seeing moving that would be helpful with the animation. All right. and moving out the foot a little bit more too. Okay, depending on if it's a, see, women have their feet together closer and men have their feet spread apart. So anyway, I'm going to go back. I digress here. When we get into our character, I'm going to really push those types of things. Right now, we're going to keep it as is. Okay, happy with that. So make sure you save your scene. And we're going to turn the, and I'm going to show you how to get it set up for Play Blast. I want to see different Play Blasts from you this time, as we're getting into more complex animations. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video for Play Blast, how to create Play Blast for this character, and I'll see you then.